Good morning, Year 4. I hope you're all well. We are on to our final lesson of our multiplication and division unit today in maths. And to end it, we're going to be looking at correspondence problems. Now, before we talk about that, you have your daily fluency questions. So if you spend about 4 or 5 minutes on these, pause the video and write the answers down, please. Off you go. Okay, so number 1, 575 divided by 5. Let's see the answer. The answer is 115. Well done if you got that one right. 11 multiplied by 12, 132. Remember, we can't use the normal pattern that we use for the 11 times table for this one, so it's a bit trickier. Number 3, 4,523 rounded to the nearest 100. Well, we know that we are looking at this digit here, the 5, representing 500. We then can look at the 2. We know that because it's a 2, we are rounding down to 500. So the answer is 4,500. Number 4, 249 multiplied by 3. I hope you all have remembered how to use your short written multiplication method. Since we've been working so hard on division, you need to make sure you're refreshing that. The answer is 747, so well done if you got that one. Oh, something multiplied by 3 gives us 9. Do you remember what I said we can do? If we have the answer and we need to find one of our factors, if we already have our product, what can we do? What can we turn this into? That's right, we can do the inverse, can't we? So actually, what would this sign turn into? It would be a division, so we'd be working out 9 divided by 3 to find our missing number. So the answer is 3. Number 6, we could group this as 4 multiplied by 2, giving us 8, and 8 multiplied by 2, giving us 16. Okay, so today we are going to be looking at correspondence problems. Now, correspondence problems are all about finding different combinations of objects, and that's what we're going to be looking at in a little bit of a deeper insight today. So, here we have Ron and here we have a box. Now, Ron puts 3 different coloured cubes into a box, and he wants to know how many different combinations he might pick. So he covers his eyes and he picks out a cube. And what do you think Ron could have picked? Pause the video and have a think. Okay, so Ron could have picked a yellow cube from the box. He could have picked a red cube from the box. And he could have picked a blue cube from the box. So there are 3 possibilities for what Ron could have grabbed out from the box. Only 3, no more, no less. So this time he has 2 boxes and he puts 3 cubes in the first box, the green box, and 2 cubes in the second box, the blue box. And this time he picks out 1 cube from each box. And he wants to know, what combinations could I pick? Well, let's have a look. Well, he could pick a yellow cube from the green box and a green cube from the blue box. So he could make yellow and green as his first combination. He then puts them back but keeps the yellow because he knows that he can use the black cube from the blue box to make another combination of yellow and black. He has now used the yellow cube as much as he could. He cannot have any different combinations because he has to pick 1 cube from the green box and 1 cube from the blue box. So he puts the yellow cube and the black cube back and he picks the red one out. And he knows that he can pick a green cube with the red cube to make a combination of red and green. He can then put the green cube back and have the black cube and make a combination of red and black. What is the final cube from the green box that we haven't used yet? Well done, it's the blue cube. So he picks the blue cube. What cube is he going to make a combination of? Is he going to make a combination with the yellow cube? No, why not? Because he can only pick 1 cube from each box, and he's already picked the blue cube from the green box, so he has to pick a cube from the blue box. He could pick a green cube to make blue and green a combination, or he could pick a black cube to make blue and black a combination. How many combinations does he have? He has 6 combinations. Fantastic. Now, Ron now adds a third cube to the second box. So he now has 3 cubes in each of the boxes. And he still wants to just pick 1 cube from the green box and 1 cube from the blue box. What combinations could Ron pick now? Pause the video and have a think. Okay, let's see if you had the same ideas as me. So what we can do is we can have our previous combinations ready because we know the only extra cube that he has added is the orange one. So now we're thinking, oh, we could make the orange cube go with the yellow cube to have a combination, the red cube to have a combination, and the blue cube to have a combination. Could the orange cube, go with the green cube or the black cube? No, remember, because he's choosing a cube out of each box. Fantastic. So now how many combinations has he made? 9 possibilities. Fantastic. This time he moves the cubes. So now there are 4 cubes in the green box and 2 in the blue. And he says, well, Tiny the turtle says, there will be the same number of cubes still, because we haven't taken any away, we haven't added any. So there will still be 9 combinations. Do you agree with Tiny that there will still be 9 combinations? Pause the video and have a think. Okay, well, hopefully you would have realised that Tiny was wrong, and let's check. So, we know that orange and yellow can no longer be a combination because they're now in the same box. Same with orange and red and orange and blue. So now we could make a combination with yellow and green like before and yellow and black. Red and green and red and black. Blue and green, blue and black, and orange and green and orange and black. How many combinations are there, Year 4? You're right, there are 8 combinations, not 9, so Tiny is wrong. Fantastic. So far we've looked at 3 cubes in the first box and 2 cubes in the second box, and we found out that there were 6 possibilities. We then looked at another way and we found that there were 3 cubes in each box and there were 9 possibilities. And then we found there were 4 cubes in the top and 2 in the bottom, giving us 8 possibilities. What do you notice about how many possibilities there are and how many cubes there are? Pause the video here and have a think, please. Okay, I wonder if you notice what I have noticed too. So if we take the first box as an example, in the first box there are 3 cubes and in the second box there are 2 cubes. Now we know from our excellent times table knowledge, 3 multiplied by 2 is 6, and that is where we've got 6 possibilities from. In the second box we have 3 cubes in the first box and 3 cubes in the second. 3 multiplied by 3 is 9. Giving us 9 possibilities. Finally, you're probably thinking you know what I'm going to say now. There are 4 cubes in the first box and 2 in the second box. 4 multiplied by 2 gives us 8. There are 8 possibilities. So when we multiply how many we have in each of the boxes, or each of the whatever we're trying to find out how many combinations there are to, we can just multiply them together to find out how many possibilities there are. I would like you to pause the video and have a go at questions 1, 2, 3 and 4 on the worksheet, please. Off you go. Okay, we're going to look at some more correspondence problems, working out how we can make different combinations. Now here, I have a table and we want to know how many different combinations of ice cream and sauces we can make. So, I would like you to pause the video and have a think. I would also like you to think, instead of writing out the whole word of vanilla and the whole word of blueberry, can you make it smaller and give that word a bit of a key? Maybe you might use the first letter and say V or VA for vanilla. Have a go at doing that, please. Combinations and think of the key. Pause the video and off you go. Okay, did you get the same as me? So, I found that I could have vanilla and blueberry. I've got VA and BL as my keys. I could have vanilla and raspberry. Then I've used all my vanilla, so I can use chocolate and blueberry and chocolate and raspberry. And I know I cannot make any combinations more with chocolate, so I'm going to move on to strawberry and blueberry and strawberry and raspberry. And I know I cannot make any more combinations with strawberry, so I'm going to look at mint. So I know I can make mint and blueberry and mint and raspberry. How many combinations have I made? That's right, I've made 8 possibilities, 8 combinations. And if you notice here, I have got 4 ice cream flavours and 2 sauces. 4 multiplied by 2 gives me 8, and we know we have 8 possibilities. If you could choose any ice cream and any sauce from these combinations, which one would you choose? I think I'd probably choose mint and blueberry because it's a little bit different. Okay. This time we're going to add some toppings. So we are going to add some flakes and some sprinkles. And I'm getting very hungry now. I don't know about you, but we need to see how many combinations are we going to have now, I wonder. Actually, I'm going to go back and I would like you to have a think of how many combinations we're going to have now, please. Off you go. Okay, so we could now have vanilla, blueberry and a flake, and vanilla, blueberry and sprinkles. So we can make 2 more combinations with our vanilla. We could have vanilla, raspberry and a flake, and vanilla, raspberry and sprinkles. We could then have chocolate, blueberry and a flake, and chocolate, blueberry and sprinkles. Chocolate, raspberry and a flake, and chocolate, raspberry and sprinkles, and so on. So we've made 2 for each of our flavours with our sauce combinations. How many combinations have we made now, Year 4? Well done. We have made 16 possibilities of combinations of different flavours of ice cream, sauce and toppings. Now, do you notice that we have 4 flavours of ice cream, 2 sauces and 2 toppings? And we know from our previous daily fluency earlier that 4 multiplied by 2 is 8, and 8 multiplied by 2 is 16. So we could work that out a shorter way. Okay. I would like you now, without thinking about the possibilities, use what we know about multiplication to work out how many combinations there are going to be here. Pause the video and have a think, please. Okay, did you get the same as me? So we know that there are 4 ice cream flavours, multiply that by 2 sauce flavours, multiply that by 3 topping flavours, giving us 24 possibilities. So well done if you got that right. Now have a go at the rest of the questions on the worksheet, please. Off you go. Okay, fantastic. So now you should have had a go at all of the questions on the worksheet. There is a little problem-solving question for you. It's not our usual 4A, 5A and 6A or 7A, 8A or 9A today. So I want you to make sure you're having a look at the problem-solving question clearly. If it's asking you to explain how you know, remember to explain and write down your working out, because then when I'm marking your work, I can see your thought processes, okay? Thank you for your lovely listening today. Have a fantastic rest of your day and I will see you in our next lesson. Goodbye, Year 4.